Let's talk about concentration. I'm Claire, and I want to tell you about how we can help children to concentrate, both from a Montessori perspective and from an ordinary, everyday family perspective. Montessori said that discovering that concentration was the secret to learning was actually her biggest discovery in all her work. She observed children and saw them do amazing things when they were concentrating. It's actually one of the most important skills for life. The definition of it is the action or power to focus attention. Just think about that. It's important for young and old. It's important for a happy, a social, and a successful life. So think about it. Have you ever been to the school where the teacher says to you, if only your child could concentrate, he'd do very well? If the child has the ability to concentrate, they usually can manage their schoolwork better, they can enjoy their schoolwork more, they can manage their life more, they can enjoy their life more. So sometimes we think children are too young to concentrate. Well, now a 1-year-old is too young to do a 10-year-old activity, but they both concentrate at their level and often for the same length of time. Our challenge is to stop stopping them. We have to allow it to happen. This is a skill, and we sometimes call it getting into the flow or being in your zone. This skill needs practice. It's a natural, inborn skill, but like walking or talking, which are natural, it needs practice. But do you tell a 1-year-old to practice his walking? You don't need to give precise exercises for concentration. They should be just ordinary activities that will help them to practice their concentration. So I'm going to suggest 3 stages in this process. First of all, provide opportunities for concentration, something that might appeal to the child. It should not be too simple, not too difficult. It should have some level of physical movement and an opportunity for precision, something exact and precise to do, like in a puzzle. Also, opportunities for repetition. For example, in a home, washing up. If you say it's your turn to wash up tonight, that's not really an opportunity for concentration. But if a child likes washing up or likes watching something, then they're concentrating. A 2-year-old, for example, will wash the same cup 6 times or 16 times. You might have a much older child that really concentrates when she's researching. What is she looking up? She's got an encyclopedia. She's on the internet. She's having fun researching, but it was her choice what she was researching. Any kind of puzzles work for this. Puzzles without too many flashy lights and buttons on them. Just simple puzzles that fit together. Don't think you have to provide stimulation for concentration. No, you don't. Simple activities. Making models or writing stories, if it's his choice what story he's writing. Whatever activities you come up with, remember, allow repetition, allow some movement, and allow choice. That's why homework usually doesn't work. Because so many children don't feel they have chosen the homework. So why would you allow choice? You've shown them things to do around the house. You give them opportunities to do things. In fact, they might be the ones that suggest the activities. Because if they choose, they connect with the activity. It's coming from their belly, as it were. They like doing it. Now comes the difficult part. The child has started to do something that they're concentrating on, even lightly concentrating. Do not interrupt. Do not help. Do not decide when it's time to finish. Do not comment. Show how to do this activity if required, especially if the child asks you. Watch the language you use. Say things like, I tried this, you should try it, maybe you might like it. Leave it there. Or sit down and do it yourself, and maybe they want to join in. That's a greatest trick in the world if you want your child to do something. You can use this special thing if you like. Put it back there on the shelf when you're finished. Remember, no criticism. Comments of criticism tend to kill that deep feeling a child gets when they're concentrating. And no praise. Don't praise because it interrupts again. Instead, when the child is finished, say something like, how's that? It looks good. Tell me about it. Praise puts the attention back on the adult. Let it stay with the child's activity. So as parents, this is very, very challenging. You have to pass over the power. In my book, Conscious Adult, Conscious Child, there are stories and activities that help parents to make this, if you like, cross over this bridge of understanding how to do this. I'd also suggest that you could occupy yourself in something that might help concentration for you, the adult. You also need peace. You need some quiet time. Why not have some quiet time in the home when the only rule is nobody interrupts someone who is concentrating? Of course you don't run around and make crazy noises because that interrupts. Whether you're a child or an adult or an infant, you're allowed to concentrate. And don't forget, infants concentrate. A 3-month-old or 1-week-old child will stare at something for a long time, and we tend to run along and say, oops, darling, isn't that sweet? And we've just broken their first attempts at practicing concentration. Now, if you're having something in the home where you want no interrupting, have some little system like touch me on my shoulder or leave a flower or something that says, I need help quick with something, I'm stuck. The secret to helping your child to concentrate is at core what you, the adult, do or don't do. You set things up, you give free choice, and you stand back and mind your own business for a while. But be around, be watchful. As a bonus, you, the adult, might also find some inner peace and quiet. Now, most adults think that they only get peace and quiet because the children have stayed quiet for a while. But actually see yourself as a partner with the child in this. You're both settling down, finding your inner zone, your flow, and you're allowing peace for that to happen for you and for the child. Just let it happen.